but specifically the health and wellness industry. I mean, companies don't know what to do anymore. And the challenge for them is that they're stuck in the old ways. Like, we keep our margins so lean, so slim that we can operate on $2, $3, $4 profit margins on our product, making a product for 13, 14 bucks, selling it for 18, 19, and make it work and make it profitable. But other companies that have a huge corporate office and lots of corporate overhead and corporate officers that they have to pay every month, they don't have that ability. Like, they really have to completely change their entire business model that they've been operating under for the last 10, 15, 20, well, I don't know how many years a lot of these companies have been around, but if you're not keeping up with what's going on in the economy, you're falling behind, you're missing out. And that's exactly why we're so positioned so perfectly. No other company is. And I mean, and again, the companies who haven't launched in the last couple of years, like, they're stuck in the old ways. They have to completely just blow up their entire business model and pretty much start from scratch if they want an opportunity to compete. And that's why we continue to see it. We continue to see all of those companies, both in and outside of the network marketing industry, losing volume, losing customers. And where are they all going? Nodder? You're muted. Where
Live good, baby. Live good.
Why not? Highest quality supplements, lowest prices, full transparency, and a huge opportunity to earn income as an affiliate. We are just absolutely crushing it. And it's really, really exciting. And so really, if you're gonna compete in this space, I mean, our business model is clearly working. No other company in the history of the network marketing industry or the supplement space has ever grown anywhere close to as fast as we have. 2 million members, guys, in 3 years.
Yeah.
2 million. That is a huge number. Tiny compared to where we're going to be 3, 4, 5 years from now. But 2 million is huge. I mean, most companies, if you've got 5,000, 6,000 customers, you're doing all right. We got 2 million people who have made the switch from other brands, other companies, other network marketing opportunities to Livegood because of what we're doing, because we're doing it different. We're doing it right. We're doing it the way that people want to spend money. They're looking for value. They're looking for opportunity. They're looking for price. They're looking for quality. They're looking for transparency, all of that stuff. And really, you literally cannot find it anywhere else. No other company is doing all of those things. Some companies are doing a couple of those things. Nobody is doing all of those things. Highest quality, lowest price, full transparency. And with an opportunity to earn income on top of that, it's really no surprise that we're growing as fast as we are. But when I talk about that, when I talk about it being aligned with how people are spending their money in the economy, I mean, things change, trends change. You can have the best, VHS rental business like Blockbuster did 20 years ago today, and you're not doing any business because that's not how people are spending their money. That's not how people operate. You can have the best Walkman company or MP3 player, whatever it is. People have all their music on their phone now. It doesn't work. Newspaper business. You know how much volume, how many less newspapers are being printed and going out, being distributed today than they were even 5 or 10 years ago? People are not getting their news from newspapers anymore. They're getting it all online. And it's crazy. I was actually thinking about this morning. You guys want a $1 million idea? Here's one for you. Because all of these news, I'm just thinking, like, AI is disrupting this entire world right now. The cool thing with where we are, everybody needs supplements. AI can't disrupt that. Can't disrupt the fact that people are not getting everything they need out of their daily diets. They need to supplement. We've got the best products at the best prices anywhere. That's not going to be affected by AI. But this is really interesting because, I mean, news comes from everywhere. Most of us nowadays get it on social media, and it's very biased one way or the other. And a lot of us see it both sides. Most of these news channels, news stations, newspapers, as I'm talking about, are biased. Like, you guys want an idea, make an AI news channel. You can even make AI newscasters, like AI people talking and sharing the news. Collect all the news from all the other stations, all the channels out there, positive, negative, left, right, liberal, conservative, whatever. Throw them all in AI and say, hey, make a non-biased news story about what's going on this topic, about what's going on in the world, about what's going on this topic, and give people the news in a non-biased way. And guess what? I think you'll change the world, but you'll also get a lot of people listening to you. So there you go. There's an idea for all you guys out there. I don't want to be involved in it, but free idea for you. But anyway, it's exciting. Another huge week, guys, and absolutely love it. I love more than anything the stories, the emails, the testimonials that continue to come in, the life-changing results that so many of you guys are having with our products. I love. We're going to talk about the rank advancements here in a minute. I've got to jump off the call early. We've got an awesome team here that's going to cover me, but I got 25 more minutes with you guys. So, but with that, I'm going to turn over to my good friend, our awesome director of field development. I'll let him say hello and share a few words.
Good morning, young man. How are you, brother?
Dude,
I can tell. I can tell we're about to explode. I mean, yeah, we've broken every record, but I know I always do this, bro. I'm sorry, so walk away. Dude, you know nobody else could pull this off, bro. I mean, you've been running lean, efficient, profitable companies. Oh my gosh, 20 plus years? I mean, while everybody else was out there opening up new locations and creating car programs and doing a couple of annual events a year right before the dead month so they can keep floating their offices and their three-letter executive employees and all that. You've been doing this for a long time. I had the honor or pleasure of actually signing you up in the first opportunity, I think, that one of us, or second or third one you were involved with, whatever it was. But I just want to thank you, bro. I want to thank you for coming back. We keep talking about how come there's no competition. I'll tell you why there's no competition. Because nobody's been doing it for 20 plus years like you have, but quietly. Nobody's been focusing on the everyday people quietly as you have. You've written the compensation plans. As you said, we try to move that needle. I was there. I'm there with you. I've seen you try to move that needle, helping everyday people to actually use the product for longer than 3 months, because statistically, it's 2.8 months. So I want to thank you, brother, for doing that. And again, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, it's really funny. Ben and I talk about it often. And we share everything on our Zooms. It's not like we get together and do a corporate call with our crown diamonds and diamonds. We're so transparent. I mean, I'm in my garage because I got kicked out of the house right now. Things going on in there. You know, Ben is about to travel. It's just, we are what we are. But ladies and gentlemen, it's really interesting that nobody's trying to copy what we're doing. They can't. They don't have the experience. They don't have the resources. They don't have the goodkins. They don't have the brilliant brain behind the compensation plan. Our compensation plan, I know it's on a $10 a month program membership fee, which is the highest valuable membership fee on the planet. I mean, for 33 cents a day, you're getting the best value, besides the fact that you're getting the highest quality products at the lowest possible price. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the time. This is the time to go out there, share the love. I want to touch on a couple of things that Ben said last night, and it's just amazing. Every Thursday, a couple of things come from Lisa or Ryan or Ben that I start researching, and I send out some emails and some statistics for all of you. But let's remember this. This is a Friday Zoom. We're going to talk about all the great things, all the amazing teams, and how people are out there sharing the love of Livegood and creating that retention and duplication that every true networker longs for. Guess what? There are 100 million active people in the world right now, humans, not Martians, not people from Saturn, not dogs and cats. By the way, we have dogs and cats product. 100 million networkers out there that are still trying to do it the wrong way. Guess what? They can afford buying our magnesium for less than $10 while they're stuck with some demonic forced auto ship that they're $100 a month gives them maybe 1 or 2 products. See, ladies and gentlemen, for the past combined 50 years that Ben and I have been doing this, statistically, I just Googled it and I send it to a lot of people on social media. Statistically, over 60% of the people are taking some kind of a supplementation. And these are not new statistics. It's just with AI easier to access. Statistically, people are spending or willing to spend between $50 and $120 a month in supplementation. Well, those numbers, those metrics have been around for a long time. And the traditional network marketing companies are like, what can I make for $5, for $10, and sell it at the level of the people's budget and pay out commissions out of it so we can get rich? Not what kind of products I can make with the highest quality, not how can I make sure the ingredients are the freshest. And another thing, have you noticed, ladies and gentlemen, the traditional network marketing companies or even supplement companies? I mean, traditional network marketing companies are done. Thanks to 2 million pioneers that are out there sharing people the love of Livegood, the highest quality products at the lowest price. But ladies and gentlemen, have you noticed that? I know Ben has. You know, when we used to launch network marketing companies and consultants and stuff, company owners rather spend $1 million on social media marketing, videos, trainings, and hype than spending money on the quality of the ingredients like Dr. Goodkin does. Do you know why? Because that's a one-time spend. When you spend $500,000 on some social media influencer to talk about your $42 acai berry bottle that costs $3 to make, well, guess what? You pay that money once. You pay that money for that video once. And believe you me, Ben and I have owned picks and shovel companies for network marketing industry. One of our fastest growing things that we did was creating tools, picks and shovels for networkers who were too ashamed of talking to their friends about $65 CBD oil, so they had to buy leads, stuff that required them to talk to strangers. But ladies and gentlemen, here's the thing. Traditional companies, supplement companies, network marketing companies rather spend a ton of money on a video because that's a one-time spend. You know how much money we spend month after month after month to make sure our products are made by the highest quality ingredients? When we spend $13 to $14 on our green and bring it to our members, our family members, because we're a buyers club. That's what we are. We're a buyers club. We're a club of 2 million people, soon to be 100 million people that are just out there actively and proudly sharing the love of Livegood with all their friends. And that's where the duplication and the retention comes in. So Ben, I want to thank you. He said something else last night. A lot of companies out there that are marketing things for over $50 are going to go out of business. He's so right. But guess what? Because at the $50 that they were spending before, maybe they were getting the magnesium and maybe a half a bottle of CBD oil. But that same $50, because people buying habits shifted, people are not going to go back into old way of doing business. That same $50, get some on our detox pack. Get some on our super duper daily essential and include the factor 4. So I truly believe, Ben, by you coming back to the world of network marketing, Lisa and Ryan bringing the products that they made for their beautiful family and their doggies, which is a part of the family. And now because of 2 million pioneers, we brought it to the masses. This is just the tip of the iceberg. You got 3 massive trends. You got the home-based business trend that's taken it 90 years to do 200 billion. You know why? Because most people don't want to bamboozle their friends. Most people don't want to sell their friends a $65 CBD oil when the same kind, or a $500 travel program, when the same company's website brags about giving away cars and trips and rings at a cost of a single mother paying $35 for a magnesium. So that's the revolution of commerce. You got the home-based business that's going to probably double in. I send all of you the statistics. The world of home-based business is going to double in the next 5 years. It's taking it 90 years to do 200 billion. It's probably going to be $380 billion in the next 5 years. Supplementation. The world of supplementation is about to explode. Why? Because now with Livegood, remember the old MLMers knew that people are going to spend $100, so they made something for 10, sold it for 100. With Livegood, the $100 is going to give him our ultimate wellness pack, which costs less than a 4-hour energy every day. So go out there, share the love of Livegood. Remember, it's all about retention and duplication. And when you hear our ranks, that's what it's all about. Back to you, brother.
Awesome. Love it. You said a lot of cool stuff. And you know, we like to be humble. But at the same time, you know, I like competition. I like dominating. I like business. And, you know, when Nader says that nobody else could do this, like, he's not wrong. A lot of things have to align. A lot of things have to be there to make a business model like Livegood work, to make a business that completely contradicts everything that we've known in the supplement space and the network marketing industry for the past 50 years to work. And it takes, I mean, it's a pretty special thing to be able to have all of those things in place, to be able to have, quite honestly, a leadership team like we have, with the experience that we have, with the success, you know, track record that we've had, for lack of a better word, with the, quite honestly, finances that we've been able to build up. We're 100% debt free. We didn't take any investor money, anything like that, any loans. This was all self-financed at the beginning. And still, I mean, now it's more than making up for it. I mean, we've got millions of dollars of inventory, millions of dollars in the bank, and we have to keep a lot of that because a lot of you guys don't realize, but those monthly or those yearly membership fees, we spread that out over 12 months. So if we're taking that money or spending that money, that means it's not there to pay you guys when we need to pay you guys. We don't play that game. That's in the bank. Whether we sell another product or sign up another single person, you guys are going to get paid on those yearly memberships that you brought in on everyone in your organization. That money is in the bank. It is not our money. That is your money waiting to be paid out to you. And we do it right. And you know, Nader can tell you, we've seen some shady stuff in this network marketing industry. And that's a rare thing. I mean, as right and obvious as that seems, so many companies take that yearly membership fee, spread out the payment over 12 months so that they could use that money to fund product purchases, to fund corporate offices, car bonuses, whatever other crazy stuff they spend it on. And then by the time it's time to pay it out, there's nothing left. And that's why you see a lot of companies in the network marketing industry going out of business or taking on that debt to cover past debt. And it's just a crazy, crazy business model. So we will always be 100% debt-free. We will always keep everything lean. We don't spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on tons of corporate officers or a huge corporate office. We all work from home. We talked about this yesterday on the call. And we're very proud of all of that stuff because like Nader said, you know, a lot of companies, probably most of them, spend more money on advertising their product than they do on the ingredients that go into it. And that's a scary thing because that means the focus is not on health, is not on results, is not on benefits, is not on getting you guys the best, you know, fitness level that you want to be at. It's at making money. And when you flip that script and you focus on creating only the highest quality supplements that are actually going to change people's lives, and you know, you price them at a price that people can afford, people are going to want it. And I mean, 2 million members, never been seen before, and it just makes perfect sense why we're doing it. So just really cool stuff. But you're right, Nader. I mean, it's interesting because I went to college. I went to business school. I went to the Olin School of Business at Washington University in St. Louis, if you guys want to look it up. And I learned more probably from Nader than I did in 4 years of business school, but definitely more from actually doing business. They say those who can do, those who can't teach. And so, you know, I'm a big non-believer in the whole school system, to put it nicely. I think that the experience that you get outside of school and outside of college and universities and stuff is way more valuable than, I mean, nowadays, speaking of AI, I mean, you could literally, I don't think there's a single thing in the world that you can learn at college that you can't learn by asking ChatGPT. Like that's as real as, but anyway, point is, you know, it's all about experience. It's all about doing, it's all about action. And I want to kind of influence you guys on that as well, because the more action you take, people don't respond to words. People don't respond to motivation. People don't respond to what you tell them to do. People respond to what you do, to the actions you take, to being a leader. If you're not using the product and you're telling people to use the product, it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. People see through that, and just the whole universe doesn't allow that to work. You want to, you know, get people in your business, build a team. You got to be the one out there leading. You got to be the one talking. You got to be the one making videos. I don't know how many of you guys were on the call 2 weeks ago when I challenged you to do some live videos. Since then, I've done 2 more, and they've gotten like 10 times the number of views that a normal video, a fully edited video that we pay editors to edit, and it's all scripted. It's all done that. And then I do a live one, and it literally blows up like 10 times more views than the other thing. So I challenge you guys to do that. But lead by example, do the right thing, do what you expect other people to do and what you want to see other people do. And when you do that, good things happen. People follow leaders, people follow action, people take action on action, not on words, not on motivation, not on anything else, but just on action. You want to do something, you know, you want people to do something, do it. You lead by example, practice what you preach, and that's what you'll see. All right, I got 11 more minutes, but I want to bring Lisa on because she always has some awesome knowledge and a lot of stuff that we can kind of focus on for the call. Dr. Ryan's got some good stuff too, but I'm going to wait till I get off so he can talk about all the product stuff that's coming down the pike. But Lisa, Director of Product Education, good morning.
Hey, everybody. I find it interesting where you were just going, because that's kind of the angle that I wanted to talk about today. And I wanted to lead, and I know we've mentioned this before, But there is a Surgeon General's warning on social disconnection, and it states that chronic loneliness and lack of social connection pose serious health risks comparable to smoking up to 15 cigarettes a day, comparable to obesity, and comparable to physical inactivity. So something, just another bonus with Livegood, it allows you to have these social connections. And yes, you might have to break out of your shell a little bit, but as Ben was saying, practice what you preach and communicate with people. Communicate in person. Join a book club and join a walking group, or if you like to run, a running group or an exercise class. So many things will I guess spiderweb from that behavior. So say you just decide I'm gonna, there's this gym around the corner, it has a bunch of classes, never done this before, but I'm gonna go. And you start taking classes, and then people start talking. Maybe someone's like, oh, my knee hurts. And you're like, oh, what happened to your knee? Oh, nothing, I just have arthritis. And then you just start talking about Factor 4. And oh my gosh, I've been taking this product from this company. I've joined Factor 4, and it's amazing for anti-inflammatory, and also it has your omegas and blah, 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 blah. I'm just giving you examples of how you can approach this from all different angles. So not only are you helping grow your business and educating others, of course, to help them become healthier, but you in general are becoming healthier because now you just started moving your body. Now you're having social connection. There's just so many different ways you can approach this rather than just isolating yourself, sitting in a box, sitting behind your computer and doing all the work there. I'm not saying the computer is not important. You do need to post. People, of course, are all over social media. You make posts, you have your general story. If your story should be your why, your story. And I asked you guys this, I think it was last week on our Friday call. I asked you, what was your why of joining Livegood? Share your why, even if it was at the beginning to make an extra buck. But ever since that beginning, you've been taking the products and your health has improved. Share this with others. People love, like Ben was saying, love to hear your experience. And that's really what sells. That's what's going to bring people to join and to join under you. Or maybe not even at the beginning join. Maybe they're just like, okay, I'll try the product, and then they try it, and then it stems from there. Oh, love this. Oh gosh, I need that too, and this. And now they're at 5 products a month. So of course they're going to become a member, and then you kind of just slide in there. Hey, you should just join as an affiliate. It's just $40. And you can just, if you don't want to do anything with it, you don't have to, but if you want to work it, and you can make more. It's just a really wonderful thing. Like Livegood is how you can approach it from so many different angles, and they all will come together as one. It's really cool. So just make sure, honestly, you're getting out there, communicating with others. You don't have to be pushy, right? Listen. When you're listening to others and about what's going on in their life, you can provide the education that we are giving you. You can provide it to others. And not or shared this morning. It was just statistics about supplementation. And where are we? I think it was about 74% of US adults take dietary supplements. Right there alone, that's a very big number, right? So that's really easy to lead into a conversation if you're talking about something. Hey, do you take supplements? Oh, yeah, I do. Oh, awesome. So do I. What do you take? Typically, people are going to be, oh, I take vitamin D, I take a multivitamin, I take omegas. These are things that are honestly recommended by doctors all over now. We are all understanding the importance, and magnesium, right? All understanding the importance of those. Even many doctors now are more and more recommending creatine and recommending increasing the dose for the brain health. There's just so many things. So once someone starts talking about what they're taking, you then talk about, hey, yeah, I take this, this, and this. I joined this company, and talk about our transparency, right? That is what sets Livegood apart. Transparency in all the angles. Guys, I talk about this all the time for a reason. I want it to be ingrained in your brain that it is just like so easy for you to communicate it to others. That is, and maybe they'll switch over, say, hey, can I share, the website with you? Oh, great. If you have their numbers or get their number, get their email, whatever it is, or tell them to follow you on social media. Again, there's so many ways that you can do this. And also on this statistic that Nader shared, it was also most women, so 63.8% of women have that. So women are obviously supplementing more than men. And I do think this is very common. Women tend to take care of themselves more than men. Not everybody. So if you're a guy and you're really doing a wonderful job, keep at it. But most women tend to do it. And if you have females, if you have a spouse, significant other, or someone in your life that you that you love and care about, we sometimes, we're that motherly figure, we need to take care of others. There's been so many times prior to Livegood that I would just fill Ryan's supplement caddy and I'm just like, take this. He's like, what am I taking? I'm like, don't worry about it. Just take it. It's not going to kill you. So it's just funny. Like I've always pushed on him, just take it. But I've prepped it. I've put in the work just because that's that female and motherly instinct kind of behavior. So take care of other people, take care of your loved ones. It's just a little bit extra effort, but it's going to make a huge difference. So you guys are doing an amazing job. As always, I love the growth. I love the product sales. I love the really intelligent questions you guys email me, as well as your testimonials. Always, like, if you've been on doing something for a while, share with me. It makes me feel really good. And also, if you don't mind, I like to share things on our calls as well, because people do ask for specific testimonies. And I know we have some on our website, but I really like when I have a little bit of, a personal side that I can just share directly with them. So thank you for all your support, and back to you, Ben.
Awesome. Thank you, Ryan. I think that worked. Ryan, we're trying to get something done. All right. But yeah, so I actually was just asking ChatGPT how many adults are in the US. About 304, population is 340 million. 267 million adults is 75% of the adult population. That means 267 million people just in the United States are taking supplements. We have 2 million people worldwide, less than 500,000 people in the United States. That means over 260 million people in the US are taking supplements that are not from Livegood, meaning they're either overpaying for low quality stuff or not overpaying for low quality stuff, and not getting the highest quality products at the lowest prices with full transparency, because again, no other company is doing all of those things out there. So the market, as Lisa just talked about, is absolutely huge. Guys, even if we get, think about this, 1% of that 260 million, that's another 2.6 million people.
Mm-hmm.
And I think 1% is like, I think if we don't get 5%, which is another like 15 million people, 12.5 million people-ish, that would be, it's not unrealistic that 20% of those people start buying from Livegood at some point in the next few years. And that is another 40, 50 million people becoming customers and members of Livegood. And that's not an unrealistic number or estimate. Do you agree, Nodder? What do you think?
Bro, you're doing it again. You're under promising and you're gonna over deliver again. What do you say, bro? Over hundreds of millions of people are buying this at their $50 a month budget that costs $4 to make. Livegood is truly a perfect storm. You already got people buying it. You already got people, we don't have to change people's buying habits. Well, we did. We don't have to create a need. It's not like, hey, you're going to need to do travel because all your friends need travel. Hey, you need to buy a power line because all your friends. No, these people are already taking it. They're just overpaying for garbage. And guess what, Ben? Retention and duplication has got us to this point, besides the foundation, which is highest quality products at the lowest price with full transparency. What's going to happen is the viral growth. The viral growth when everyday people start referring people. So yeah, rock on, bro.
Yeah, no, we didn't cause people to change their buying habits. They were changing their buying habits. We just gave them the place that aligns with how they're spending their money, how their buying habits want to be spent, meaning value, highest quality, lowest price. But another thing Lisa said, I've been actually kind of talking about this idea for a long time, and that's the social interaction. We've been talking about on these calls for a long time. People need social interaction, real human social touch, person to person, belly to belly, that's kind of been fading out more and more and more with all these internet relationships and social media and craziness. You want another business idea? Here you go. I've got tons of them in my head. But here's another one. Like, you talk about network marketing, talk about every company, every industry, anyone who's charging more than $50 it's not going to work. And it's not. That's just where the economy is going. You align yourself with the economy, it works. You don't, it doesn't. That's why, we see what we see in the network marketing industry, companies going out of business, and it's happening. You want a company that's going to work here. For those of you in network marketing that want to launch a company, you launch one that focuses on this specific topic, on helping people get together, on putting people together in groups, leading organizations, leading trips, leading simple things like walking groups, card groups, and then bigger things like go take cruises, go, on ski vacations, whatever. But get people together, get people doing stuff together, do it as a membership model. You can, there's so many different ways to do it, but you want a business idea, guys, that's actually going to work in the network marketing industry. I think that's the only one that actually has a chance these days outside of Livegood, is helping people get together and build that social development, that social health, if you will, on top of their physical health that they're getting from Livegood. But it is so important. All right, I got to get going. So I'm going to talk about ranks here real quick, then turn it back to you guys. But lots of exciting stuff going on, guys, and so much opportunity, so much potential that we have. That, I mean, we have not even scratched the surface of where we can be in the next few years. 2 million members is awesome. Never been seen before. We talk about that a lot. But guys, when we're talking about 260 plus million people just in the United States, over 2 billion people worldwide that need these supplements, that want high quality at low price, and there's no competition. Everybody needs to be in Livegood. You guys do not want to miss out on this. And you need supplements. Why would you pay more for lower quality stuff anywhere else when you get the highest quality at the lowest price? Once you see it, you can't unsee it. And that's why we continue to grow by thousands and thousands of people every week. That's why we see these ranks every week. So with that, here we go. We had 777, Naughter's favorite number, 777.
Yes!
New bronzes this week. 777 people achieved the rank of bronze, enrolled at least 2 people, got into profit. A lot of these people signed up just yesterday. If that was one of you guys, congratulations, and congratulations to everyone. It's that duplication, guys, that is what's driving this business and what is allowing over 30% of our affiliates to be in profit every single week, every single month, because you can do it. People can do it. Highest quality, lowest price is not a fad. It's not a pie in the sky. It's a real, honest thing. It's value. It's what people want. It's what people are looking for. And it's when you can feel good and knowing that you're telling someone about a product that could change their life, that there's not a better one out there anywhere in any of the categories that we're in, it just makes it easy. And like Lisa said, I mean, the topics come up all the time. I mean, especially as we get older. I'm 50 now, and I hear, my friends are complaining that their backs hurt, their knees hurt, they're getting cramps. And maybe there's a little advantage there as you're getting older and your friends are older and they start complaining about that stuff. They, oh yeah, I've been taking this collagen and it's really been helping my knees. And that's the honest to God truth. That's what's been happening with me. The Shilajit is amazing. I feel like it's keeping me younger. I use the super reds every single day. The super greens are essential aminos, protect that lean muscle mass, or magnesium, vitamin D. So many of these products that everybody should be taking on a daily basis. And once they get one product, whether it's a $10 bottle of magnesium or a $20 bottle of super reds, once they see it and they experience it and then they check out more products, they're going to be a customer for life. Nobody goes back to spending 60, 70 bucks for a low quality greens product when they could get the best one on the planet for under 20 bucks. That's the Livegood difference. That's the duplication. That's why people can have success. And that's why we've got more people rank advancing every week than most companies, than probably pretty much close to all companies in the network marketing industry now have even enrolling on a monthly basis. So congratulations to 770 new bronzes. We had another 70 silvers this week. 70 people built a team of at least 20 members in their organization. Silvers are making 100 to 300 bucks a month. I mean, to see 70 people get to that level, 20 people in a network marketing company is not an easy thing to do in most companies out there. We got 70 people doing it in a single week, and that's week in, week out. So, these numbers not only represent duplication and success, but really just true, what's the word I'm looking for? Just validation, I guess, that this is what people are looking for. I mean, when we see that many people, and at the same time, validation that people can actually do it. No company in the history of the industry has ever seen these kind of numbers. I mean, probably ever, but much less this consistently for 3 years, and continuing, and probably going to start, growing even more as we continue to grow. So, congratulations, 70 silvers. We had another 13 golds, almost 2 people a day, building a team of at least 100 members in a network marketing company, in your organization. Golds are making that $300 to $500 a month, that sweet spot, as I call it, life-changing income. A lot of golds we've got making, $1,500, $2,500 a month with more mature organizations. But man, 13 new golds this week, 2 new platinums. People built a team of 500 members in their organization, 2 more just this week. I mean, you see one person building a team, even like getting to the equivalent of a gold rank in most network marketing companies in a month. I mean, they're celebrated like crazy because that doesn't happen often. We've got 13 golds this week, 2 platinums, again, 70 silver, 770 bronzes. Absolutely love it. Platinums are making on the low end about $1,000 a month, and the high end upwards of $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 a month with a more mature organization. No new diamonds this week.
Love it.
Congratulations to all of our amazing rank advancers. You guys are the driving force behind this company. It's that duplication that helps everyone, because without the bronzes, people don't get to silver. People don't get to gold, platinum, diamond. It all starts with those bronzes. And when you can help people get to bronze easily, and so many people in this company, so many bronzes, silvers, gold, platinums, we've even got a lot of diamonds who have never had success in the network marketing industry before. Many people have never been able to enroll someone or sell a single product, are having success or being able to duplicate, or seeing that it works. And as we continue to grow, as we grow to 5 million, 10 million, 20 million, 50 million members in this company, all of you guys are going to be rewarded, because the only place for all those people to go is under the ones who are already in there. But more than that, more importantly, more powerfully, more excitingly than that income potential that we all have, is how many lives our products are changing every single day, every week, every month, every year. People are getting healthy, staying healthy, doing it in an affordable way, and not having to buy, overpriced stuff that doesn't even work. And that's what makes this company so amazing. And that's why, we'll continue to grow, because this isn't just about attracting networkers. I didn't even talk about networkers in that 260 million number, because guess what? Most network marketing companies don't even have the potential to attract any of those people, because people aren't going to spend $50 for a product just so a few people at the top of a compensation plan could get paid, as Nader likes to say. They're going to get what they want, and when they have value, highest quality, lowest price, it just makes perfect sense. So I got to run, guys. Thank you so much. Go out there, take action, take action, take action. That's all it takes. Share, talk, spread love, spread the joy, spread the word. And all we're doing is helping people, again, get healthy, stay healthy, do it in an affordable way, and make some money on the side with the most generous compensation plan in the industry. Thank you guys so much. Have an awesome weekend. I'm out of here. I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Ryan, talk about product announcements, what's coming down the pike. And Dr. Ryan, you could lead out the rest of the call, talk about whatever you guys want. Crush it, slay it. You guys are awesome. I'm out of here. Over to you.
All right, Ben. Thanks so much, buddy. See you later. So yeah, let's talk real quick about something that came up from out of everybody's mouths today, I think, and it was a quality thing. Well, you're the best quality, the best quality, the best quality. And guess what I got yesterday? I got another naysayer. It's a physician, and it was hey, look, I just don't believe it. I mean, the price means it's got to be sourced from third world, from different places. You're getting cheap product. I'm like, whoa, really? You think so, huh? Let me ask you something, Doc. What do you think it takes to make a AG1 greens powder? What do you think it takes to make, say, the newest, greatest celebrity endorsed supplement? And there was no answer. I said, well, I'll be happy to share with you what the answer is. Guys, am I frozen? Lisa, am I moving all right here? All right, Nader, you were frozen. I'm good?
Yeah, you're perfect. 5 by 5.
All right, 5 by 5, perfect. And volume and clarity, right?
Perfect.
And so, it's a shame though, because I had to kind of work through that a little bit, work backwards even, because it was like, to take another brand and assume their quality because they charge you $80, guys, that is such a fallacy. It is wrong. It's incorrect. Ben has explained it. Nader has explained it. Why the markup exists? Why? For the obvious non-discerning eye, you can just say, hey, well, they have to charge that much because they have a very expensive business, cost a lot of money to run. Okay. That's pretty easy, right? Businesses typically do overspend on office space and infrastructure. In our case, we do not do that. But they also pay out big. So some of these brands, there's this one that's paying out right now 50% of the sale. 50%. I don't name drop as easily. I hesitate to do it, but it's the big soccer player, retired soccer player. He started a supplement company. It's red, color's red, and it's 50%, guys. He charges $100. I think an influencer makes $50 a pop. Mm-hmm. Now the users will obviously drop out, so they have to keep tapping new people. And how do they do that? Expensive ads, expensive ads, expensive ads, and then around and around we go. So the conversation around how can you be of high quality and cheap, or less expensive, or low price, whatever you want to call it, is simple. It's actually the way it is. It is the business, guys. It's exactly what it is. We don't pay that much in material costs. Now, there are some things that cost a little more. Let's use our collagen, for example. So if you look at the back of our bag, you'll see a brand name, it's a patented ingredient. So, Polynol is an example, Velocitol, a Preflex. These are branded ingredients where they take a dietary supplement ingredient, they make it in a certain way, and they do studies on it, and they produce results from the studies, and they can get a patent on that. And then therefore they can license it out and sell it for more money. That's kind of the thing. So that what they're saying, so as us, the brand, when I go out to them, here's what they tell me. Well, if you pay more, it means you can make these claims. So remember, in the supplement business, you can't make a claim to treat, prevent, cure, or mitigate any real disease, right? So no claims, guys. We can't say we treat or cure cancer. We can't do that. But if you have a company that creates a certain antioxidant or extract, and they show benefit in a study, and they patent that, you can make a claim that it has decreased knee pain by 35% over 3 weeks, right? So there's things like that. I have not been convinced that it's worth it, because I can source the exact same ingredient, just not call it the brand name, cannot use the claim, put it in my product for maybe 1/5 of the price. I'd rather do that, because I'm already doing all the testing. I can already tell you that it is exactly what we say it is, because we test the raw material when it comes in the door. We obviously manufacture the product, then we test the finished product. And that's just the basic requirements of what we call GMP. And our GMP is certified by NSF, which is just a higher level, more robust GMP certification. And then what happens is you can add additional tests. So you're required to do microbial testing. That's why when Ben talks about the one product that had salmonella and a big recall, it's shame on them, guys, because GMP requirement is microbial. You have to test for bacteria. Salmonella is an easy test and dirt cheap to run. Why would you not run it? Remember, it's in powder form. It's very stable. It's easy to test. No big deal. We test it as raw powder, and then we test finished product. We do microbial on both. You can add tests, things like glyphosate. Have you guys seen the news where so there's like the MAHA movement and the FDA, now they're kind of like mad at each other because the federal government has continued it basically has said that glyphosate, the #1 herbicide used in mass agriculture, is deemed a national defense type of ingredient, whatever that means. But basically MAHA's all freaking out because it's going to stay in the food supply. And it's, look, I get it. I understand the conflict. But so we test for that. So you can know and see if we have a product that could be exposed to glyphosate, we'll have a test for that. We add an additional heavy metals test to ensure that there's no heavy metal testing on it. And then, of course, if it's USDA certified organic, you guys know we have to be able to certify every ingredient supplier, and we have to test to additional layers, additional levels. And they make sure that our label is in a certain way. It's so particular, guys. I don't think anybody understands it. They think it's unregulated space. No. It's very, very, very regulated. So rest assured, guys, when you get that blowback, somebody says you can't be quality if you're that cheap or low price, that is a fallacy. It is an incorrect statement. It's not accurate. So wanted to kind of clear the air a little bit on that. I know that's something we repeat a lot, but again, it's worth repeating because I do think it's the #1 thing people associate with lower price product is can't be good quality. Where could they possibly get it for that cheap? Well, everybody's getting it from the same place, basically paying the same amount. One thing that happens with us, though, is as we grow and make these larger and larger and larger orders, as you can imagine, our price comes down, right? When you buy in larger quantities, larger bulk, price comes down. So we're diligent. We're very diligent about that. And we pass those savings right on to you as you I mean, we've done some price increases, but very minimal, very, very minimal. I mean, nothing compared to all the other vendors you work with. Your landscape maintenance, your pool maintenance, your whatever. They're all emailing you at least once or twice a year saying price increase, price increase, price increase. So we're going to do the best we can on that front. New products coming out, guys. I've got one in my lip right now. I'm zinging a little bit. It's actually making my head tingle. It's a little bit funny. It's a feeling. These are the equivalent of, well, they're not the equivalent, but do you guys ever heard of these Zen pouches, Nodder? Have you ever seen these where instead of smoking or vaping,
Yes,
they drop these little pouches, if you can see that, and it absorbs sublingually. So it's absorbing the buccal cavity between the cheek and the gum down here, kind of like a tobacco user. Well, we can do this now with without nicotine. So right here, I have paraxanthine. For those of you who do not know paraxanthine, check it out. It's really cool. It's similar. It's related to caffeine. It's a metabolite of caffeine, so has similar effects. Shorter half-life, doesn't keep you up, doesn't make you all jittery and nutty, but does have some stimulant properties. And then cognizin, which is actually a branded ingredient. So I just talked about that, but it's a pretty neat one. Cognizin. So I'm trying it right now. This is what I'm kind of settled on for these pouches. Very, very cool. Very different dosage form. They would come in like the similar pouch kit thing, puck.
Nice.
We call them pucks, right? That's a cool one. I've got the hydrogen tabs that came in powder. I got those reformulated to be a little bit more stable, so they don't crumble as easily. So hydrogen tabs, we drop in water, powerful antioxidant. That's coming. So what do we have up right next? Next is the parasite cleanse. Parasite cleanse is big. You know what's crazy, guys? I was with a guy this morning. He's a microbiologist, and his whole thing is parasites. And he didn't know that we were working on a parasite cleanse. And I wish I would have picked his brain earlier, but he didn't even want to make any changes. I showed him the supplement facts panel that we have. He didn't want to make any changes. He was pumped about it. He says, this is such an incredible product, and what a trend. What a trend. This parasite thing is such a trend. You wouldn't believe it. All the different ailments, things that come across. Dermatologists might say you have a cancer of some sort, or a precancerous cell that could be a parasite. It's crazy, guys. There's so much to learn in the parasite world, and it is trending topic. So get ready for that. That's going to be a fun one. And then right behind that, we're going to do our food. 2 food meal replacements. They're both overnight oats. They're both certified organic. They are a tear out packet. You soak it in like a double insulated. Nodder, I'm going to send you a text here soon. We got to pick an insulated, double walled, insulated like little breakfast bowl thing where the lid. But you would soak it overnight. You just add water. You mix it together. Let it sit overnight. You can eat it warm or cold. I eat it cold. You know, approximately 300 calories, 30 grams of protein. Beautifully balanced with macros. It's an amazing meal replacement, but it's also just something that you don't always have to have it on the go. It could be breakfast. It's nutritious. It's clean. It's healthy. So I think we're going to do really well in that category, Nodder. I really do. I think food is an interesting one. Protein powder is sort of in the gray in between supplement and food. There's a lot of overlap. I get like that, but the protein powder is so lean. It's only 100 calories. It really can't count as that. You would have to really know what you're doing and add, avocados and different things to make it a little bit more nutritious. So really, really excited about those things, guys. And then I've got some questions coming in about toothpaste, about shampoos. Yes. We're doing all of it, guys. We're doing all of it. It's all in the works. There's a lot of things that I had up on I didn't pull up my list today. My apologies. But I've talked about this in the weeks past, and I am open to whatever you guys want to see me develop. There's some cool things I'm working on behind the scenes, but what I do is typically I add I have a list, like a board where it's just a bunch of ingredients. And then I kind of have to play it's like build a puzzle, really. I mean, I'm just trying to place them in the right places so that there's not a lot of confusion or overlap for the consumer. I don't want you guys to be fatigued by multiple products in the brain health category. We've got methylene blue, we have NAD. Now we're going to have this light stimulant, cognizin and paraxanthine. But what I like about it, though, guys, is when you see this all together in the same category, is that they could be used together, but they're also meant to be cycled. So you're not using one every single day. Sometimes you should. I get that. Sometimes some supplements are every day. Not all of them. Not all of them. And so we're going to do that. I'm trying to be real cognizant about that. I want to make sure that we don't create any real conflict within our product line. It's easy to do. For an example, what if I said we can do a B complex vitamin right now, just B complex? Because people don't realize we have the full B complex in our multivitamin. I'm like, well, I don't think it's a bargain. It's a value add for the consumer to have the B complex in the multivitamin. We get this question a lot about certain eye health, vision support. I mean, it's in the multivitamin. We have literally saved you $30 to $40 each supplement. B complex, $20. The vision supports can be as high as 50 to 60. And guess what? It's all right there in the multivitamin. And so maybe I've done a poor job of communicating about all the benefits, the certain ingredients that are in each product, because when you're growing as fast as we're growing and we're adding new product and new product and new product, we can't really emphasize the importance and the value of each product every single day so that it's fresh, because there's a lot of new faces, new people joining all the time. And so that's the challenge. And that's why on the Monday calls, at least, and we'll do a topic typically on a product, but sometimes just on a health topic, so that we can bring in multiple things and we can talk about, hey, what's the best use of your money, right? How do we create more value for the user, and in a transparent manner, right? In a way that says, hey, this is like, this makes sense, right? This makes sense. It doesn't make sense to me to see an influencer say 1 scoop of this powder is everything you need for the day. I don't. Sorry, no. I'm saying no. That's a false statement, and it's deceptive. And I'm not a fan. I just think that they should do better. They should do better. Naughter's got one there at AG1 compared to the Super Greens. You'll never hear us say something, Naughter. I want to see.
There we go, my brother. Can you see it?
Right there. Thank you so much for putting that up on there. Because my thing about it is, Naughter, like you'll never hear us say Super Greens is everything you need in 1 scoop. That's never come out of our mouth. Same with our Super Reds. I could have put together some things all into the multivitamin and called it everything. I could have put a sprinkle of magnesium, because you can't get all that magnesium in a capsule with the multivitamin. Otherwise, it just wouldn't make sense. And plus, I don't want you taking them all at the same time. And it backs you into a corner with dosing. You can't flexible. You're not flexible. I want you to be able to have 2 capsules or 3 capsules of magnesium. Maybe you want to do it like I do. We split the magnesium in the afternoon for stress management, like as just, you're kind of worn out, whatever, mid-afternoon, and then again before bed. Can't do that when it's all jammed in one, and then it's not meeting the clinical dosing requirements or recommendations either. So a lot of this comes back to evidence-based. You do want to see that there's literature supporting the dosing. Like, what are the outcomes we're looking for, and how much of certain said ingredient do we need to achieve that outcome? So that's my thing for today. We are going to be real busy, though. I say we've been busy, but it's just a constant, the wheel that's turning is crazy, because some products can move very quick. It's like some can move really fast. Capsules can move fast. Some powders can move very fast. As soon as you add USDA certified organic, slow. If you add in some sourcing challenging like sourcing, like if it's an ingredient that's a little bit harder to get a hold of, or if there's only 1 or 2 suppliers, it gets a little bit harder to get to market, right? And that's where I've stumbled a little bit, is just thinking that it would be a lot faster. And but I'm realizing, as an example, this food product, I mean, I've told you about it early on, but not really. I kind of said we were working on a meal replacement. I've been working on this food thing for almost a year. Going back and forth with the flavoring and the scientists, because we have to really dial in the flavor, but using clean ingredients. How can I possibly bring anybody, seriously, no, I'm not kidding here, guys. Anybody can put a flavored product out there that tastes like lights up your palate. If they want to use these flavor houses that have synthetics, they use synthetic fake flavors, fake sweeteners, and they do it in a way that is very turnkey. Like, it's super easy. A little bit here goes a long way, and boom, 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 boom. So we don't do that either. So quality product outcomes, making sure that you guys have getting value out of every product is going to be my top priority. Always has been and always will be. So I'll keep up the good work on that front, guys. Naughter, I'm going to send it back to you to close it out. But of course, if you want to keep talking products, that's fine too.
Hey, Doc. Hey, thank you so much, dude. That was absolutely awesome. And ladies and gentlemen, I just love being a part of this family, which we're 2.2 million or whatever number we are. But I just love watching Dr. Ryan and Lisa sharing their passion without any other agenda, but blessing you, but seeing you finally getting your hands on the highest quality products at the lowest price. And, a lot of people keep scratching their head. I mean, we just looked at some statistics, right? The world of network marketing before AI knew, and we're consultants. I've sat in front of people who wanted to launch a company, say, hey, listen, so-and-so celebrity, Barbara Walter, Dr. Oz, God bless them all. They just talked about resveratrol. Can you make a product for resveratrol because it's the buzz? But it needs to be about $1.50 because people supplementation budget is about $50 a month. See, when we talk about flipping the script, we're truly flipping the script. When we launched this company, Ryan, you know, this is amazing. I wanted to share this with you. I remember talking to Ben, and we're so used to the industry, people saying, what's the buzzword? What's the hottest thing? Is it the human growth, or is it this? Is it resveratrol? Is it acai? Is it zango, mango, dango? Because we want to build a company around it, and we already know people's supplementation budget is between $150 and $100 a month. So let's make one product. We're not going to tell people what's in it. We're not going to show people where we got the ingredients from. We're just going to show a line of sprinkles, and we're going to milk. I'm sorry to use this word, Ryan. We're going to milk people out of their entire supplementation budget every month. We're going to make something for $5 and sell it to them for $65. And ladies and gentlemen, when we were launching this company, I remember Ben and Ryan and Lisa saying, hey, we're going to start with about 12 or 14 products. I'm like, what? 14 products? Because we're used to this industry starting with one product, making it for 3, selling it for 40, making the compensation plan, if it's the old network marketing, almost impossible for everyday people to make any money. And then if it's the world of doctors and physicians and so forth, Dr. Ryan just shared with you, they make a product for, I'm not saying this is $5, but I mean, all you got to do is grab a calculator and do the math by the time they pay the influencers and all that. If $70 product costs $5 to make, and Dr. Ryan hit the nail on the head. Companies rather spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on one-time video, one-time hype, than every month the way he spends money on ingredients. I mean, having a corporate chat, I've actually seen Dr. Ryan saying, hey, we just made this batch of products. It's ready to go. Testing came back, no good. Bye-bye. Got rid of it. I mean, I love that. You know, traditional network marketing companies couldn't do that. Why? Because we truly focus on the quality of the ingredients and the low price with full transparency. So, ladies and gentlemen, I know we're in our 3rd year. A lot of naysayers are gone. Like Dr. Goodkin said, in the early days, everybody's like, there's no way you guys can do it. Yeah, we can. If we're not giving away pink Cadillacs, if we don't have 20 corporate offices, one in Philippines, one in Singapore, one in Kenya, one in South Africa, one in Pakistan, one wherever, when you don't have those costs, when you're not giving away stock options to people, when you don't have car programs or buy your, well, car programs is another scam, but when you're not buying your corporate people cars and all that, that's how you can spend $14 on a product and bring it to your members, your family members, the buyers club members for 18, for 20, for 25, for 30 at retail. That's Livegood. So ladies and gentlemen, the numbers that we're sharing with you, these are the facts. Over 60% of the people are taking some kind of a supplementation. Statistically, it's about $50 to $100 a month. But guess what? Supplement companies and the old network marketing companies know those numbers long before AI. I've ran those numbers. So people are like, hey, we know people have about $100 a month supplementation budget. We're going to take all of that money from them. We're going to make one product, put everything in there, and pretend this one product is going to fix everything. It's going to cost us about $6 to make, and we're going to sell it to our people for 80 or 100. Why? Because we know statistically people's supplementation budget is about that much. With Livegood is different. When you make the highest quality products, when you don't spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to pay celebrities and all that to make 1 or 2 videos for you, but then take away from the ingredient quality and sell the products on hype, that's how you got people leaving less than 3 months. So ladies and gentlemen, when we talk about, like I'm sitting over here remembering 10 years ago, I've never been on a corporate Zoom with the team, with the people, that the scientists, the product guy, the product lady are talking about the products that are coming. They never mentioned that, because in a traditional network marketing industry or other supplementation model that have $100 budget, if you start bringing another product that costs $5 to make and want to sell it for 70, so you can pay commissions and owners can get richer, guess what? People have to quit taking something else. With Livegood is different. You can get the entire ultimate wellness pack and the detox, which everybody should get before they start their health journey with Livegood, for less than the price of a 5-hour energy every day. Why? Because Ben Galinsky didn't buy a Ferrari because of Livegood. Ryan and Lisa didn't buy a new airplane, and I didn't go buy Porsches, new ones. Okay, I've lived in the same house for 20 plus years. Ben has lived in the same house as long as I remember. And Lisa and Ryan never been in network marketing. They made their money, and God blessed them with being honest, kind, and blessing people. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's a time for revolution. There are over 100 million people worldwide that are doing network marketing the old way. Most of them are done with it. Most of them because they're too embarrassed, especially after what Livegood does. This weekend is very important. Remember, people expect a gift from you. Doesn't matter what time of year. You have the most comprehensive health assessment in your back office. If you haven't filled it out yourself, please fill it out. Please fill it out and send it to Ryan and Lisa. And this is your most powerful recruiting tool. Reach out to everyone that you know and ask them for simply their email. Hey, Ryan, it's Nader. How are you? How's Lisa? How are the kids? How are the dogs? Great. Hey, listen, bro, what's your email address? Ryan@livegood.com. Great. I'm going to send you an email. It's a gift for you. Love you, brother. Or see you later, dude. Whatever. Subject line, Nader here. I'm going to grab my most comprehensive health assessment in my back office. I'm going to grab a couple of Lisa and Ryan's Monday Zooms that I think will benefit him and my Livegood website, and I'm going to send it to him. If they're networkers, if they want to make extra money on the side, I will also include my tour page. Ladies and gentlemen, you got to do that this weekend. At the rate we're growing, everybody that you can think of is going to be a part of Livegood. They're going to be a part of Livegood through you or someone else. So I want to thank Lisa. I want to thank Ryan for creating the most advanced products on earth. I want to thank Ben for coming back to the world of supplementation and direct sales, and with his brilliant mind of loving on everyday people and keeping the main thing, integrity, high quality, low price with full transparency. We're at 2.2 million people. Ladies and gentlemen, there are 100 million networkers alone that need our green. Not this one, that need our magnesium for under $10 and not 30. And trust me, if they're involved with another company, if it's still around and are forced to do some auto ship, their $100 a month auto ship, which is people's budget, is probably getting them a CBD oil that costs $15 to make and a magnesium that costs $8 to make. It's time to love. It's time to share. You don't need to fight. Just reach out to everyone that you know. Ask them to fill out the most comprehensive health assessment on the planet again. Send them a couple of Lisa and Ryan's Monday Zooms. If they're networkers, send them your tour page and your Livegood page. Ryan, Dr. Ryan, I want to thank you. Lisa, thank you for being the most amazing mama bear, loving on people. And Ben, I know you're gone hanging out with your beautiful daughter, but thank you, brother, for coming back and blessing 2.2 million people, which is just the tip of the iceberg. I'm going to shut it off, Ryan. Is that okay with you?
Sounds good. Thank you, Nader.
See you all on Monday. Remember, our Monday Zooms is what's going to get us to 100 million members. It's the satisfied, happy, proud members with their whole chin up that are going to tell their friends about Livegood. So thank you.